What's up, guys? I'm JS Garrett, and I want to jump on here and do a quick video review. So part of what I do is to seek out, investigate, and experiment with other practitioners' products and services. And whenever I find one that is legitimate, that actually works and does what it's supposed to do, I try to give them a shout out publicly. All right, so the man I want to talk about is Disco Palacios. He is on Facebook. Most of the people watching me probably know this man or probably friends with him. So Disco had booked me to perform a rite of deification for him a few weeks ago. And so I performed that rite. It went very well. And afterwards, I got to talking with him and discussing some of the work that he does on his end. Now, he offered to perform this ritual for me, and I normally do not take people up on such an offer. There are very few people that I will allow to actually perform magic on me. But after performing the deification rite for him and communing with his spirit directly and getting to know him, I felt very comfortable with allowing him to do so. So some of the things he offers are energy work sessions with particular spirits. And these sessions don't take very long to perform, about 20 to 30 minutes. And the one that I selected to allow him to try on me was his energy work session with Belial in particular. Belial is a spirit that I work very closely with. I'm very comfortable with that energy. So I got on the line with Disco. It was on the phone. I couldn't see what he was doing, but I could hear everything that was going on, and he was speaking to me and walking me through the process. So I'll say that I started to feel the influx of energy pretty immediately, like within 1 to 2 minutes of him actually getting started. And what I started to feel was a very distinct tingling sensation going through my toes, my hands, and throughout my entire body. I could feel an influx of energy coming into me. And as the session went on, I started to go into an altered state, to a deep state of trance almost, kind of like a state of hypnosis where your body feels like it is asleep, but you're very much awake and in tune and cognizant of everything that's taking place around you. And so I went into this deep, relaxed, meditative state, and I started to feel even more influxes of energy coming into me. I felt really hot at a few points. I felt fire burning within me at a few points, and I continued to feel that tingling sensation, just this influx of power invigorating my body. And so the session lasted for about 20 minutes, and afterwards I was feeling pretty good. And a big part of the reason I wanted to try this that night was because I had quite a workload ahead of me. I had several ritual feats to perform that evening, and I was feeling exhausted. I simply did not have the energy that I felt like I needed in order to perform these workings. So I thought it would be an excellent time to test this man's ritual work out. And so after the ritual was complete, I was still feeling pretty relaxed in a meditative state. So I went and laid down and I dozed off and took a nap for about an hour. I woke up approximately an hour later feeling invigorating and very energized, much more than normal. And so I went outside to my ritual space and I completed my ritual obligations for that evening. And I noticed that I had quite a bit of extra energy to push into those ritual workings, and those workings were ultimately very successful. And I attribute a big part of that as well as my ability to channel and push that amount of energy into those workings to this ritual work that Disco Palacios performed on my behalf. So I wanted to say that I publicly endorse him and I highly recommend his workings. They are very affordable. Disco is a very nice, respectful man, and I think that any dealings you have with him will be satisfactory in a professional setting. So I wanted to jump on and give a shout out to Disco and say a few words about his workings and his services. I will put the link to his Facebook page at the bottom of this video where you can look him up and schedule one of these energy work sessions yourself. So thank you for watching, and thank you for being a supporter of my work and others like me. Hail the Infernal Empire.